Namaste everyone, welcome to another episode of the
Creator Show.
And today we're going to speak on the topic of perspective and how perspective is actually the secret behind manifestation. And I think a lot of people don't usually speak about this. And today we have on the panel, on the far side we have
Miss Kaina on the big chair.
on the big chair. And
been a
then we
while.
have
Nash.
And-
Nash.
and then we have
Hassan.
and then you have me. Hi. So welcome everybody to today's show. I just heard just before we started the this recording, Nash was saying it's the end of summer. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Well,
What
it
do you mean,
seems
well? It
it
either
seeone
is or isn't.
There's only
Well,
one,
in my
one
opinion.
answer.
well, yeah, in my opinion, I feel summer is going to be over soon because we're in the UK.
What does that mean?
You
But-
mean like
but summer has
weather-wise
a-
or?
But summer has a date, no?
Yeah, summer has a
It
date.
means like the hot weather will be finishing. Like we may not have another hot weather.
For-
We may not have another hot weather for the
another
rest
10
of the
years.
year. For the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year. But that's very common in UK, no?
Yeah, it is.
So the summer ends pretty much every time we have a heat wave.
After 1 week.
After 1 week, and that's it.
I was reading this this post. I don't know if any of you seen it on social media the other week, and somebody was posting. They said Spain 33 degrees, beautiful. They say Dubai 33 degrees, amazing. They say all these different places. Miami 33 degrees, beautiful weather. They say UK 33 degrees, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And it's a really funny
Funny,
perspective,
yeah.
right? It's like, well, why do you think that is?
But again, I don't think UK got 33 degree. It's just 26
Exactly.
degree, and then we are dying.
Not only
because
that, I think when UK is 22 degrees, I think we're dying.
yeah,
Like, is it, how can I work? Oh, this
I
weather,
think
too hot.
I think because you expect it to be colder here, so your body adjusts or something. That's like, oh, it's not supposed to be this hot. I'm dying.
well, and another thing is, for example, I'm from Singapore and Taiwan. So on Singapore is an equator. So every day throughout the year is over 26 to 30 degree. That's every day. And we have aircon. But in the UK, they don't have aircon. They have double glaze. So they stop everything. So indoor is really warm. And
She's thought
there's
about
no
this one
fun.
before.
She knows what she's
You
talking
know, it's
about.
really funny because actually in Hong Kong, Hong Kong is the other way around. So let's say, for example, when Hong Kong, it drops like around 15 or 10 degrees, they're like, it's freezing, I'm going to die. But here's like, that's every day.
That's so nice.
It's like, that's a hot
That's so
day.
nice. I
That's a
love
good
it.
day.
15 degree. Yeah.
It's really interesting. But I think everything is just perspective.
But I think it's in a similar way. Well, you know my issue with bugs. And whenever we're in Bali, I don't mind them because I feel like they're supposed to be here. Like they're all
But they're just
around
not
everywhere.
supposed to be in UK.
But
So
yeah,
why
when they're
are you
at
in my
home,
house?
I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. Like, and then I don't like them there. But if we're in the house in Bali, we're like, and they're just walking around, I don't mind it as much. It's interesting how those things work.
Do you think, aside from the aircon factor, non-aircon factor, because at the end of the day, we still walk outside, right? In hot countries, we will still walk outside.
Yeah.
In UK hot countries, you will still walk outside. So why is there still a difference between a 27 degrees there and a 27 degrees there? That's not got to do with windows and aircon.
Yeah, I think it's just because the body feels it's not right, or knows it's not right. You're not supposed to have hot weather here. Maybe it's interesting. I
Hassan's
don't
in
know.
deep thinking.
He's in deep thought.
Why does this happen?
I think it's the
You do get what I'm saying, though.
yeah, I
It
think it's the
happens.
atmosphere because, like you said, if you go to Dubai in 28 degrees, it's really nice. Miami, same thing. But when you go to England, it's like I can't take it. And this
why?
was the same thing last week. It was too hot. I think it's just the atmosphere. This country is built for cold weather.
if
No, but
you,
why do
It
you
can't-
feel that way? It's your feeling towards it, right?
it's also
Well,
humidity.
put it this way, okay? Let's take somebody from Bali and then put them in the UK during that time. Do they find it hot? I don't think they find it hot.
They will love it.
They
think
they're
they think it's
used
just
to
normal.
it. They think it's
So
Actually,
it's not like a UK
I
thing.
think
it's-
they might even don't like it because they're used to like having that weather every single day and they wanted something different, going to a different country. So maybe they don't like then.
I actually like it though.
It's funny because one of my mates, his brother came back from Dubai literally 2 weeks ago, and he was saying it's too hot here. When he's from Dubai, when it's always hot, he goes there. The hot I can take it. Here, it's I don't know what it is. I just can't take it. It's too hot.
But,
So
but I
it's
think
crazy.
probably when you are indoors, you don't hear aircon. That is a big difference.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I find for me personally is when I'm going on holiday, I'm expecting that sort of frame of mind's already. Okay, it's gonna be hot, but I'm gonna enjoy the heat. Here's like I gotta work, and
It
it's just
slows
really hot.
everything down.
And also, like, let's say, for example, if I'm going to the beach, I'm on holiday, I'm going to be wearing shorts, I'm getting ready for a swim. Here, I'm fully dressed and, like, I
Yeah.
got to work. You get what I'm saying? And I think that plays a big part of it.
But I think humidity also really make a big difference. Like Bali, Singapore, Taiwan, it's already wet. So when they
You
are
think
like
it's less hot? Humid makes it even hotter, no?
humid, make it more durable for me.
Really?
Oh,
You
I really
think
can't
humidity
stand.
is
No, you
like
think
Yeah.
when you're in
really-
Bali
I really
or
can't stand
in
humid weather.
I can't stand. So in the UK it's better because it's drier. But if you're in Singapore, you just sat there and then the sweat just coming down from your back, and you're not doing anything coming down.
And what does that mean?
That means it's
It's
not
better.
nice.
And that's better.
No, it's not nice. But in here it's hot, but it's dry. So I feel
I'm really
I'm
confused
confused as well.
now. Which one is she for?
Are you
I'm
pro?
I'm pro UK.
Pro
You're
UK.
pro UK.
I'm pro. That's why I'm here.
Here you
That's
go.
why I'm not in Singapore.
Here you go. This is a perspective.
It is, for example, right, when the second I land in Manchester or Heathrow Airport, because it's dry, I feel less swollen. I feel immediately I'm 1 kilogram lighter. Seriously. Seriously. And when I'm back to Taiwan or Singapore, because it's really wet, it's really humid in the air, and I got swollen just my body as well. So I just feel like wet and sweat and stinky and fat.
Do you find that sometimes when you're in heat, the more you feel it's hot, and the more you complain about it being hot, the hotter it gets?
Yes, but I feel like that's with everything. really.
So I got a question here. Do you think that's manifesting it, or do you think that is perspective?
Are they not the same?
Well, it depends how you think about it, right? I mean, let's say, for example, you think it's hot. Can it be getting hotter?
Well, depends.
That's what manifestation is, right? Manifestation is saying you become something, and then it becomes more of that. You all that, you're speaking it, you're complaining about it, and it becomes hotter.
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
like I complaining like I feel fat, so I am fat.
No, I
But
think
if I say I feel dry and skinnier
Skinnier.
Yeah, skinny.
and skinnier, then I'm a little bit skinnier. Is that right?
I think it is
then- but then
manifestation.
it happens. I mean, not to extreme extent, usually, because people's manifestation powers are not at that level to be able to do that. But it happens. Have you heard that that science test they did before, where they say I think a person is physically like moving their finger or something like that, and then somebody else is like visualizing moving their finger. And then they find in a few weeks' time that the muscle trained on the finger is the same or something like that. In the same way, athletes, they found somebody who visualizes themselves doing the work, and then they find that after a few weeks they've actually lost weight, but they didn't actually do any work.
That's amazing. That's what I do.
She got excited.
That's what I do. I just watch YouTube and watch people play dancing and Zumba and everything. Just imagine
Do you
I'm
feel
dancing.
lighter as you?
I feel
professional.
more. I feel I can do it, and I just leave it.
So do you feel like it's exercising?
Maybe.
Does your body feel better?
Maybe. Do we need to do an experiment? Like next episode, we can talk about it.
I think we should do some experiments.
Like,
I
if
think-
not,
I think
she
we
will
could- we
lose
could do
weight.
we should do something like maybe like an ice cream challenge or something like that. So we get 10 buckets of ice cream, and then we find 10 people on our team, and then all 10 people need to eat 10 buckets of ice cream a day for 10 days. 10 by 10 by 10.
10 buckets.
Well,
Tubs or buckets.
Little tubs.
tops.
Okay. I just like the number 10 there.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay, so just one then, one bucket.
One bucket.
A day. And then half the group is allowed to do exercise, half the group isn't, and we see if there's a difference.
Or we can do.
I'll be the one that does exercise. Who wants to test the other thing?
Oh, who wants to test the visualization?
Nash can test the
I
visualization.
can test the visualization. Yes. Seriously.
Well,
Hassan's very quiet today.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking about the whole thing.
The whole thing.
What is he thinking
What
about?
are you thinking?
About the experiment.
So do you want to be the visualized one or the exercise one?
I have the exercise one. I can't eat ice cream so much.
But you still need to eat it. Otherwise it won't work, right? So I am the one who visualize and really eat it, and you are saying you exercise and you don't eat it.
but we can make 2 challenges out of it, because there's this challenge where one that Ace family did, where who can gain the most kilograms in a day. So they weigh themselves in the morning, and then their separate ways go
Who
out,
can lose the most?
gain the most,
No, it was lose the most.
lose the most.
Yeah. There was who can lose the most kg in like one day, like 24 hours. And
Oh,
what
with
they
exercising.
did was the smarter people was thinking, I need to pig out for the next 2 hours pre-beginning. So I go in for the first weigh-in, totally as heavy as I can be.
So that's cheating.
It's not cheating, it's a strategy.
Ah.
You know, boxers do it at a weigh-in, fighters.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
So they're supposed to be heavier or lighter?
They're
no.
supposed to
It's
be-
that they're eating normal while they're training, and then they put themselves so that because the bigger they are, the stronger they are, the more muscle they have, but then they have to fit a certain weight class. So let's say it's 135 pounds or something like that. So if they keep eating and become bigger muscle and bigger build, they're not going to fit the weight class, so they can't make the weights for the fight. So there's a parameter where they know they can drop a few kgs in like a day or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So that for the weigh-in, they can drop it so that they fit into the weight class, and they know within the next 24 hours they're able to get back onto the weight.
Wow.
So they're back.
So we
big
need to
again for
learn
the
from
fight.
them then, how to just drop like that.
No, you can. It's easy. It's just to do with diet, fasting, things like that. cut sugar, salts, and things.
Yeah, it's possible. My mate used to do taekwondo, and he used to do the same thing. He used to fight all over the country, so he used to like have all this diet plan, go for runs, and do all this exercise and stuff. And then like after his weigh-in, he used to just go out, eat whatever he wants for the next 5-6 hours before his fight and stuff. Sorry, not 5-6 hours, about 12 hours before his fight. So that would again just balance it out, and then like probably 2 weeks later he would be thin again, and then 3 weeks later he'll be put on a bit extra weight. So it was a very clever way to do it. But
It's a very stupid
but
way
he,
to
he
do
showed
it.
me like he showed me the plan he does, and I was like, it's crazy. It's so intense. Like you have to run at a certain time, certain pace, and then slow down and stuff, and then work out in the gym, and then the diet as well. You have to eat specific things and stuff. He has to weigh all his food and everything just to make sure he meets all the criteria. It's a tough kind of thing to be in, but it is worth it though. Because if you know how to lose your weight just like that within a week or so for certain things, it'll be
Then
very
you can
good.
eat everything you want
Yeah.
on the other days.
So it sounds like this show has gone into this eating and fasting and
It's always about food.
losing weight. I think it's whenever Nash is here, we're
It's
always
always about
talking about food.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that.
Anyway, I had the idea. I had the idea of talking about perspective and manifestation. Why? Is because I feel that a lot of the time, let's say for example, we can use a situation like what we talk about, the heat. Is that some people, they'll get very miserable, they'll get very depressed because it's too hot. Some people, they will walk out and they'll say, it's so hot, it's so beautiful. In the same way that you can go on the tube in London, we were down in London just a week ago, and then you can see one person is like squishing inside the thing, and then you're like, oh, I hate this, and you can see how miserable they are, and then you can see somebody else just happily smiling, being squished. And I think that while we I don't know why anybody's happy squished, but I think but it's a perspective thing, right? I think somebody who can be happy in any environment generally will be able to manifest a lot of happiness and smiles in their life and be able to see more of that thing. So my case is over.
Mic drop.
So about because perspective is a really big topic. I mean, just today I'm talking to my sister. I have 3 younger sisters, so it's constantly.
We find out something new about Nash every time.
Yeah, I never knew she had sisters.
I have 3 younger sisters, so we always have something to talk about, to argue about, and just today I'm talking to my middle, the 3rd sister, and saying. The problem with my family is we care about each other too much. So I will feel you are working too hard. It is too difficult for you. I feel that way. So from my perspective, I feel my brother-in-law is not treating my sister well. But how do I know from my sister's own perspective? And because my sister, they are just talking. There's actually nothing to talk about. There's nothing to worry about. They have a job, they have a house, but they just need to find something to worry about. And then it's like for them, they are just talking themselves into like they are manifesting the trouble for themselves. But actually, there's no trouble. If I just let them be like, oh, okay, the house may be a bit messy. That's fine. That's their house. I just.
I think it's not just about manifesting. I think it's not just about manifesting trouble in their life or challenges that come into their life. I think it's also talking about manifesting that reality in that particular moment. In some sense, people always ask about instant manifestation. I think perspective is instant manifestation.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
Like you're not manifesting something really far in the future. You're manifesting something that is instant.
Yeah.
We're saying that somebody could be squished in a situation or whatever, or in a challenge, and if one is able to communicate with them and get the point across where, hey, feel gratitude, you're alive, and then they can feel it
Instantly.
Yeah, switch.
they say, hey, you just changed your reality in 0.01 of a second. It's like, wow, how did you manifest that? Perspective.
So that's actually the answer to, can you manifest instantly? Yes, because
We do anyway.
if you,
I'm manifesting drinking water right now.
it's just if the way you look at things, that's manifestation. That's what your reality will be like right now, because it's you who considers something good or nice or bad or.
I think
Sad.
the challenge sometimes is when people are feeling extremely challenged in a situation, and they feel like there's no way out. What am I supposed to do? What do you mean perspective? Yeah, you can be happy, but you don't understand my situation, right? I think that's the part where people are like, it's not about like I cannot change my perspective, but at the same time, I mean our teaching to people is that you can, and you can in any moment, but it's a decision. Is it easy? If you're emotionally attached in a situation, it's not easy. But I think that if you decide, let's say, for example, you're extremely, extremely angry, really, really angry, then you're going to obviously manifest the fight, right? Like you're fighting with your sisters. Right? You're angry, upset about it. I'm angry. Why are they like this, right? But I think if you decide, I think the first question is, do you want to get rid of the anger or frustration? Now, this is a very interesting question, by the way. When you say, do you want to get rid of the anger and frustration? Because on the surface level, everyone's like, duh, of course I do. But do you guys understand what I'm saying when some people, they don't want to get rid of the frustration? Like
They
yes,
enjoy.
I'm crying. Just leave me alone. I just want to cry right now.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Something like that.
it's like some people, they want to be angry. They
Yes.
want to be upset. They
But
want
I think a lot of the times that is because of their maybe upbringing or their just throughout life, how they know that if they are being angry or upset or crying, they will get attention, and then they
Yeah.
will feel
This-
loved, or they get
it's to fulfill a higher need.
yeah.
There's no such thing as action without reaction. A lot of the time when people are, no, I need to be angry right now, they want to prove a point. They want other people to see it or hear it or feel it,
Or react in a certain way.
and react to it. When people react to it, then they'll finally feel, oh, they actually care about me. But it's a really twisted way of doing
Yes.
it, because you could have just nicely asked, hey, do you care about me?
Or you could just
Yeah.
care in a positive way,
Yeah.
in a happy way.
But actually, just yesterday we are watching crime drama. So it's a real crime story, and this is a real person. Anyway, this con artist in America. So he's telling people there's a lot of people that you see, they are not people, they are aliens, they are lizards kind of aliens. So and he actually managed to make designer, and anyway, she looks really pretty and nice, and in her 50s, and she really believes everything he says, and even in court, well,
This is real story, or
it's
what?
a real story. She killed someone because she believes that someone is evil lizard alien from another planet. It's a real story.
Wow.
And on the court, she says, I'm not going to say too much. That's why I'm still alive and serving life sentence, not killed. And I'm I'm discussing it with my boyfriend, and I'm saying, but actually she's happy in her reality. Because for herself,
She
that
doesn't
is
think
her...
anything's wrong.
No, she believes everything is right for her, and she feels she's safer actually in there. And doesn't matter what that con artist say or do, maybe he even admit it's all con, but she's already so much into it. She actually feel,
So
you
I
know,
wouldn't.
it's the manifestation and the
Yeah, so I wouldn't say. I mean, obviously, just like everything in life, there's positive manifestation and there's negative affirmations, manifestations, meaning that some people can take positive actions from wanting to manifest something good. Some people manifest things that are bad, or hurting people, or fighting and things like that. And I think that regardless of it, though, there was something that I picked up there, which was interesting. I think is about congruency. Is about how aligned somebody is with their belief, how sure they are, how committed they are into something, then they get exactly the reality they are trying to manifest. And that's what that
Yeah.
person did, really. And I think that a lot of people in life, they're lacking that amount of alignment and congruency. They kind of want to do something but not quite sure. They kind of suspect that they should do something or they should be some way, but they're not quite sure. But this person was very sure, huh?
I think it comes to scaredness as well to make that decision.
Hey,
Scaredness as well to make that decision.
what do you mean?
So, for example, like, and you were saying earlier, like, people see, like, for example, like, there's a picture on Google which is quite viral of two people in a bus. One sees the same road but sees it in a scary way, and one sees the same road but sees it in a beautiful way. Perspective of seeing, like, the same thing, like, there's a way out of everything, or someone wants to do something to get out of the frustration and sadness, but they don't want to do it because they're scared of the outcome. Like, if you look at...
You mean they're scared of the unknown, you mean?
Unknown, yeah. So unknown outcome, like, they've always been, like Kaina was
That's
mentioning
very
earlier.
true, yeah.
Like Kaina was mentioning earlier, the upbringing and everything, it plays a huge part in that because they've always been brought up in that way. And now to think of the unknown or go out the box kind of thing is scared.
Scary.
They don't want to make that decision. They'd rather stay in that kind of a comfort zone for them, which another person from the other side will be like, no, that's not the comfort zone. That's actually, you need to get out of that. A lot of decision is like in terms of scaredness.
And I think linked to what you just said there, I think another challenge we face is that most people, they hang on or cling on to negative more than positive.
Yeah.
So somebody, it's a weird thing how if somebody is negative or upset or sad, they will get a lot more attention than somebody who's
Yeah.
sitting there very happy, which becomes a craving for people because people want that attention. Deep down inside, they're trying to seek love from external. And so it's kind of like a spiral, really, a negative spiral if you think about it, because you've got somebody who's got a very nice outlook, perspective in everything they do. You got somebody who's always afraid of everything, but the thing that they know for certain, what you're saying, the comfort zone, is that people are going to come and give me attention. They're going to give me a hug. They're going to say, it's okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of more easier, and it's more relatable to the masses because most people are relating to negative situations and problems.
And they mainly give attention to those situations where they see someone sad or upset or confused, and then they actually go to the person to say, hey, it's okay, or let me give you a hug, or don't worry about it, everything will be fine. And then they feel, oh, this is the way for me to earn love, instead of just
but you know
getting it
but you
from
know what
inside.
it is? It's actually not true that negativity gets attention. In our space, positivity gets attention.
Yeah.
In fact, the funny thing is, in our space, negativity doesn't get attention.
You walk away.
like
Yeah.
it's a very like that, and but that is true, and that's why a lot of people who they think, oh yeah, I want to join the team, it sounds amazing, things like that. When they join the team, when they realize, when they sulk or they're unhappy or they talk about a complaint or a stress they have, that
There's been
nobody's
no
actually
attention.
dealing with it. Eventually they'll be like, whether they feel that people don't care here or suddenly they need to exit. But it's
Or
it's very
there's
interesting.
the,
It's actually, I realize it is totally flipped
Yeah.
around.
or
Yeah.
there's the few that feel like, oh, there is another way, and it's not about seeking externally for that love or care, but it's about the post on Instagram you made today. So am I making you happy, or are you making you happy? It's about how you are able to feel it from the inside and then give it out, and then it will just your surroundings will become
you
that
know
way.
what I think is an interesting thing is, like, where in the past, and this goes both ways, right? Let's say, for example, everybody has a need for contribution. We feel good when we're helping somebody or supporting somebody through something. And so in the past, I used to be one of those people who, if I see somebody crying or somebody upset or somebody moaning or somebody complaining about something, I'll be, are you okay? I mean, just know I'm here for you, and have this conversation with them. And then the contributor feels more significant in that moment doing that. And obviously they're feeling good because they're getting the attention they wanted. That's why they were giving that action in the first place, right? Unknowingly. But the interesting thing is that down this path, I came to the realization that, well, first of all, if I do that, I become that vibrational frequency. And therefore I manifest more of that in my life. And it's not like I'm having happy conversations every single day. I'm having complaining and problem conversations every single day. But I care about them as a justification to why I'm doing it. Which is a very interesting thing, because we say we care about them, but we're actually caring for ourselves because we have this need of contribution that we want to satisfy. We want them to say thank you. That's what we're looking for in contribution, right? If there was never any light at all, we would stop contributing at one point. If they never smiled and they were just like F off to everything you say, eventually you wouldn't say, I'm just helping because I'm helping. You wouldn't, because they're not giving you the reaction you wanted.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, now down this path becomes very interesting. Down this path, once you take a 180 flip and somebody's upset or angry, then you're like, oh, you're upset. Yeah. Just try to be positive about it. Then you leave them and get on with and you'll continue. Okay, got recording. Let's do the recording. Hey, let's go. Hey, team, let's do this, and then let them there. Now that person's now thinking you guys don't care. So some people think then you need to strike a balance. In my perspective and position, at this moment in my life, I feel like, no, there's no balance for that, meaning that I'm not settling for one moment of that. Why should I?
And more important things to do.
And my belief behind that is because I believe that love starts from self-love, and I believe that I need to make sure my vibrational frequency is strong. Never mind trying to change anybody else's vibrational frequency. There's no point me being pulled into your vibration and it's affecting me and then affecting you, and we're both affected. And we both hug and cry,
Yeah. Yeah.
Another interesting thing is I realize a lot of people that are mourning, they're actually not looking for you to tell them I mean, they're not looking for people to give them answers. They're only moaning to get attention. And after you tell them, oh, like, give them a solution or tell them an answer, they will actually tell you, they actually like stop. They actually stop that anger or that sadness. And then, okay, they'll just
And some will
switch.
find another one.
Yeah.
When you give them a solution, they'll be like, yeah, but
Yeah.
let me find something else, because they're like, I didn't get the thing I wanted. You
Yeah.
shouldn't. You're not supposed to
Like-
be giving me a solution here.
Like, you're supposed to be giving me love and everything. And
Soak with me.
I stopped. I don't know. Like, in the past few years, I was reflecting myself. I stopped being the person like the, how do you call that again? The bitch. Giving people bitch slap.
How do you call that? How do you call that?
I give all my
Bitch.
friends bitch slap. Like, seriously, like if my friends come to me saying, I'm not happy in my work because my boss is like this, my
What
my
do you
colleagues,
say?
I say, then why do you do that?
Yeah.
Why do you make that
I would
mistake?
use one word. I would say leave.
Yeah, quit your
Yeah.
job.
Oh yeah, I also say that as well.
I say leave. You say, oh, but I can't. I said, no, you can't. You just don't want to.
Yeah. If you want
Okay,
to
bye. Speak to you next time. I hope I give you the solution.
Yeah. But it's interesting because like Nash said, reflecting back, like I know a couple of years ago I was that person who used to either be publicly upset or seeking for that attention, because that was all I knew. All I knew is like, okay, if I cry, if I get upset, if I pretend to be angry or actually become angry, then people will give me love. They will try to make me feel better.
Fake angry so much that you actually believe it, and you're like, oh, I am
I
angry.
am exactly.
What happened? I was faking it at first.
But being in this environment, knowing that nobody takes it, it was a very interesting, like, mind effort to that situation, because then one time there's no reaction and you're like, okay, let me try it next time, or you just get out of it. Next time there's no reaction, and then it happens time and time and time again until you realize, wait, like, what's going on here? And then you actually start to go inwards and thinking like, this is not necessary. It becomes from self-love, and it's actually wasting time really to be in that whole situation of upset where you're in there for what, an hour or 3 hours, maybe a whole day. You're feeling that way, just waiting for someone to show you love, where you could have done so many things, making impact in that way.
I got a question for everybody based on what Kaina just said there. Okay, you have a baby. Okay, baby's crying. You deal with it or not?
No.
I guess.
Leave to cry, or pick up and hug and stop the crying.
Stop the crying, yeah.
Really?
I leave
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You say stop the crying. What do you do?
I leave them.
Leave them?
I
What do
laugh
you do?
at them.
Well, depending on the situation, I
Not
guess.
depending on the situation.
Because-
You're gonna pick them up. How do I know? Because I see like Faith and Simba the way it is. You see?
Okay, sometimes
I'm like Nash. I'm like they're crying. They're looking for attention. You give them a first time. Next time they're even more needy. They'll ask for it again. Then they become dependent on you. To be self-independent, just cry. This is conditioning, no? Especially baby.
It's hard to leave them cry. It's hard. Just leave them there.
It's
let 'em cry.
perspective, no?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
on top of it. Just start
Yeah.
enjoying the sounds.
No, but it's something Kaina just spoke about. I picked up on wasting the time. It's like in our culture, in the Asian culture, it's like you have to do something, or you do something to impress that person. Forget self-love. Self-love is not even there existing. You have to do something to expect love from that person who you don't know, who you're never going to see, maybe even for more than 10 minutes, but you need to do something just to make sure that, okay, they're going to give me that love, they're going to give me that attraction. And then that was obviously me as well in that culture until a few years ago, when I realized that no, because it's self-love first. It's me. I need to build myself, build my own love before, and then if they want to be part of that journey, it's fine. If they want to, they can. If they don't want to, then they can F off.
Nice.
No, but they can go. But that was is in our culture it's brought up a lot. Basically, it's not self-love is non-existence. It's like you have to make sure that you impress someone, even if you haven't spoken to them, even if you haven't seen them for a long time. But you have to make sure that they are happy, and then your self-love comes after that. And that's the unfortunate
I think
thing.
maybe it's not. I mean, maybe it's a little bit more emphasized in certain cultures, but I feel that pretty generic actually, in a sense that nobody really is taught self-love. Like not many people have an upbringing where parents have been saying, "Hey, love yourself," you know, "Hey, you are good enough," "Hey, you're powerful." And I think that needs to be implemented. You know, I think it would really change the future of humanity and everything if people could work from that standpoint.
Yeah, and I think the main thing where you can start working on it is by practicing witnessing, and you witness yourself doing it, and then when you witness yourself, then you can actually put a stop to it faster, so you don't continue in doing it. And the more it happens, the more you witness it, the more you put a stop to it, the less it will happen.
Do you know the problem I see with if everybody has self-love, then everybody is self-sustainable in that way.
Independent.
Like everybody is happy all the time without requiring anything that's external, right? Do you know what the problem is with that? Entertainment business would disappear. Like that, like you say, you like you watch drama series or anything like that. There's no drama. That's why these guys always find it really hard to vlog us. Like, what do you want me to vlog? You guys smiling, sitting there, being peaceful? Like, there's no story.
Yeah.
If you watch the Kardashians, it's like this bitching, that moaning, and it's like there's plenty of film.
Yeah, I stopped watching television a lot. Like I used to watch all the CSI, all the.
She told me for a
BBC.
long time. She said, "Would you watch Gossip Girl?" I said, Gossip Girl. I said, "Sounds like a girl's thing." No, I don't want to watch Gossip Girl. And then, do you want to watch Gossip Girl? Like many years. Do you want to watch Gossip Girl? I want to watch Gossip Girl. I said, why? And then her and Chibaria, you should watch Gossip Girl. I'm like, Gossip Girl? Why Gossip Girl? And then like, oh yeah, it's very inspiring. I'm like, inspiring? I said, is it really inspiring? I'm like, okay, so it must be if Chibaria is saying it as well, and you've been saying for like, it probably took you 3 years or 4 years. So it took her 3 years or 4 years. Then I'm like, and then once, shall we watch Gossip Girl? I say, okay. I say, yes, let's watch Gossip Girl. So watching Gossip Girl, and then it's just, well, it's what it says on the tin. It's all
Gossip Girl.
gossip.
Yeah,
And then
it's all
it's all bitching and moaning and betraying and cheating and lying and non-stop that. And then I imagine this. I'm like, okay, so one season is finished. Saying, so where was the inspiring bit? And they're like, no, it's coming. It actually only comes in season 3. Season 3.
Is it?
No, it comes in season 3. I'm like, season 3? So I was thinking, do I need to watch season 2? Because if I don't watch season 2, I won't know what happens. Or I can't get onto season 3. So I thought, okay, let's ride it out and let's be inspired. So I finished season 2, and on season 3, finished season 3, and I said, where's the inspiring part? He said, you see? Did you not see it? I said, see what? Look, he's starting his own business. I said, that isn't even, like, there is no title on any of the episodes which says he's starting his own business. That was not the title. The title is always, this person betrayed that one, that person cheated on this one's lying, I can't believe that. It was like,
Okay,
I'm like,
so in my defense, right?
that's all you see.
No, in my
But that's good perspective, right?
Yeah, no, like
you were
look.
inspired by a gossip
Yeah, like a
series.
gossip series, like many things inspire me. And like I was really paying attention, like every time something popped up that I was inspired by, I was like, look, this is what inspired me. Are you not inspired? And then, yeah, I think I took a lot away from it, and not in a bad way, in a good way. So yeah,
Yeah, that's one thing
I just
about
hope you will
television.
feel the same.
Like I think that's really about like perspective, and because like I tell everyone, the first time I watched Doctor Strange in the cinema, I cried because and the place that he finally found the master that's there. I mean, the master accept him, and for me, that's reflect my own experience. So I cried, but everyone else will think, you cry on Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that was strange.
Like what? But I know what Karina is saying. Like I mean, she find it inspiring, but maybe not for Master because Master is not a gossip girl.
I was just like, imagine every evening I'm just consumed by, okay, who's cheated on who and who's sleeping with who? Oh, that person's sleeping with that, but that's sleeping with this person at the same time. And then it's just like, let's find out who's it going to be next.
Well, I was really inspired by Gossip Girl still. How they dress.
Yeah, that's your fashion.
That's the
I think-
fashion.
Cool.
no, actually, okay, here's the truth. There's a little bit of inspiration that some people, you at least you get to witness what like high life looks like. Then it gives you some, I guess it could give you a bit of a goal that you would like
I
to
want to be like
strive
them.
for.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, I think it would be very different if the main characters they work their way to get that and then live the high life. In Gossip Girl, it's they are born in that and living the high life. Maybe that's an idea for our movie.
Yeah.
There's one coming up. Stay tuned.
That's nice.
Okay, she just promised everyone. So you and Amanda, you better get on it.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, come on.
So I'm start.
No time to waste.
So now she start asking. So what's your plan now? Action plan. 1, 2, 3.
The pressure's on now, eh?
Yeah.
So I think we've concluded that perspective is really important, and
Yeah, that
It's
is
really-
the best conclusion, Gossip Girl. Anyway, so thank you all for tuning in and watching today's show. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the thumbs up, or if you just got entertained or anything out of it whatsoever, or even if it's a little giggle, just hit that thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below and let us know what you think about Gossip Girl. Did it inspire you or did it not?
bass.
And let us know your understanding of perspective and how you shifted through your life and your manifestation of change with it, so that your stories can also help inspire other people who are reading the comments below. Also, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you guys are new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making weekly videos, creator show videos, to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're signing out. Namaste.
bye.
Ciao.